Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening. My name is Cendanawangi Putri from Institut Teknologi Sumatera, Indonesia. And today, I'm honored to present my ISCE 2025 final report proposal titled Elephant Harmony, a community-based ecotourism strategy for human-elephant coexistence in Braja Harjasari. So the background and problem statement. So Braja Harjasari is located in Lampung Timur, right next to the habitat of wild Sumatran elephants. These elephants often leave the park and enter farmland, especially at night. Over the years, they have caused repeated crop damage, including to rice, banana, and corn plantations. This has led to emotional stress, income loss, and growing resentment among residents, many of whom feel they are bearing the costs of conservation without receiving any benefits. Despite being a buffer zone community, there is a little systemic protection or compensation in place. Elephant Harmony is a proposed response to this issue. So, the project objectives. The project has three primary objectives. First, to reframe the human elephant conflict as a source of learning, storytelling, and ecotourism, not just a problem. Second, to promote the coexistence through storytelling between people and elephants by highlighting local resilience and culture. And the third, to strengthen the green economy by involving local groups, especially pork dairies. So pork dairies is actually the tourism awareness group community in creating tourism-based income that is both inclusive and sustainable. So the theoretical framework. So this project is actually guided by the keys of ISE pillars. So the first is environmental justice, ensuring the community benefits directly from conservation efforts. The social behavior change, shifting local perception of elephants from threat to cultural icon. The green economy, developing ecotourism and agrotourism activities that are low carbon and regenerative. And the fourth is community development, focusing on bottom up empowerment through Portlaris youth and women. And the planned pilot activities are so the proposed 1 month pilot includes five main activities. The first one is collecting oral history and turning them into tour narratives and co-design guided tours such as living with elephants, then training youth in digital content creation, and also eco guiding. And the other planned pilot activity is upgrading selected homestays with simple eco-friendly practices. And the last is creating Instagram content and QR-linked educational signage. And this phase will serve as the foundation for longer-term implementation. But, however, several challenges are anticipated. So, limited participation, especially from elders who may be skeptical or overcommitted. Digital skill gaps, particularly among Borealis members. A tight 1 month timeline, a very compressed timeline, which may limit how much can be achieved. Visitor turnout uncertainty. Um, the uncertainty about visitor availability during soft launch tours. And also The major concern post-project sustainability. How do we ensure this continues after the pilot ends? So, to address this, we've prepared specific strategies. We'll start with informal dialogues to build trust and recruit local champions. A peer mentoring model will allow a digitally skilled youth to support elders. We'll apply a minimum viable product approach, MVP approach, by focusing on just one or two packages to ensure quality. We'll invite flexible test audiences like students or teachers if tourists aren't available. And finally, we'll produce a handover toolkit for the port diaries, the tourism awareness community, so the materials and accounts are left in their hands for the future use. And the expected outcomes, if it's successful, the project is expected to result in a fully piloted and community-led ecotourism product, such as the Living with Elephants tour, local youth and partners producing and managing digital promotion, a greater visibility and engagement via social media and QR signage, a stronger partners leadership, the more confident partners ready to scale the initiative, and the most importantly, a model that can be replicable, a replicable model for other buffer villages. So the model that can be replicated in other buffer villages facing similar changes. In closing, Elephant Harmony proposes more than a tourism product. It proposes a shift in identity from seeing elephants as intruders to seeing them as part of shared heritage. This experience has taught me that innovation isn't always about high-tech tools. It's about listening, co-creative, and restoring dignity to local voices. If implemented, this pilot could help reframe conservation into something community-driven, inclusive, and proud. So, coexistence is not just a conservation strategy, it's a story of shared resilience. Thank you very much for your attention. See you.